I'm not trying to make myself seem more important than I am. An apology from me shouldn't mean more than the next person. I'm just a fleck of dust on a big rock going throughout space. But it is rare to get an apology out of me, which is what you're going to get right now. Mildred, as nice as it is nowadays to hear an apology in 2025, it's kind of unheard of, but I can't imagine what you would be apologizing to me for when you make me the most happy. Because if you asked me a few years ago about love, I would have scoffed at the notion. Even when it came to my son's relationships, I felt that they were more structures of a bigger family dynamic, void of emotion. You understand what I mean? Kind of like a chain of command. That's how I look at relationships. I don't really see the emotional value in them a lot of the times when it comes to letting someone into a family. But I will say that unlike Salvatore, who felt more like a friend that I would play bingo with, you have sparked a certain emotional chord with me, something that I didn't think existed within myself. You've been vulnerable, you've been affectionate, and you have made me feel like a woman with strength. You've almost rebuilt me, but I have been harsh, and I have been closed off, and I have not been as present as I should be, and for that I'm sorry. The only time that I felt any semblance of disappointment was when you didn't say I love you back. But outside of that, I am walking on a cloud. I'm in a meadow of happiness when I'm with you. I feel 40 years younger when I'm in your presence, so I really do not think that I need an apology at this time. I'm glad that despite my shortcomings and my inability to open up at times did not rub you the wrong way, and I do sincerely apologize as well for not being able to say I love you, but I think you understand why and the circumstances prohibiting me from not saying it. But love takes time. I get it. It's like I told your son, not everyone reaches love at the same point. Love is almost like a marathon. We all run it a different way. Sometimes we don't even get to the finish line. I guess the thing that I struggle with most is whether or not you're authentic. It's very hard for me to decipher whether someone is being real with me, because over the years I have been screwed time and time again. I remember how nice Miranda was to me when I first met her, before Joey got married to her and all that. She was such a sweetheart. For the briefest of seconds, I really was proud of my son for finding such a respectable woman to possibly start a family with. And then the second that she started to wrap Joey around her finger, suddenly I was the enemy. Suddenly we were at odds. I shouldn't be harping on this type of stuff, but can I just cut in and ask you where you may be going with this, because I do sense that you have a destination with what you're saying. You can just cut to it. It's okay. Don't have to beat around the bush. Where I'm going with this: I'm a person that surrounds herself with loyalty. That's how I decipher whether or not someone is real. And so far, you have kind of proven to me that you're not trying to play me like a fiddle. I don't think you would go to the extent of divorcing your wife to play a game. But divorcing your wife, it's not enough. And I know that's crazy, but I've lost my grandson, I've lost my boyfriend, I've been screwed too many times. Divorcing someone who's not blood and kicking her out of your family does not prove to me that you care about me and my family. Understood. I get what you're saying. What I don't understand is how would I do that? You see, going back to Miranda, the thing that really upset me with her was that she entered into my family with a metaphorical old uniform on. It's like she came from another company and wanted to wear their smock, their uniform. But when you enter into my family, you become my family. Do you get what I mean? There was always that wall between daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, where the in-law part was more her than it was me. I wanted a daughter, another daughter. At the time, I wasn't even talking to my real daughter. I wanted my son to marry someone who I could feel like was my daughter, not just my daughter-in-law. And she focused on the in-law so much that there was a wall. So what I'm saying is, you cut out the non-family, the non-blood, but I believe that blood is thicker than water when it comes to family. You have to go against your own family to prove your loyalty to me. I know, call me high maintenance, but that's what I want. So after ripping down my own walls with you, really being vulnerable, showing you a side that I barely showed Annette, divorcing Annette, putting you on a metaphorical pedestal, telling my nephew that I would do whatever you want, even if it hurt him. You also want me to bail out the son he put in jail. So glad you asked. Your nephew, Brian, thought that I was going to go against him by asking you to reveal the paternity test results, expose his secret, but that's not what I want. I kind of want you to go against Brian in the way that you bail out my son. You know they fought. We spoke about it. Apparently, your little whiny, bitchy nephew called the police on him. I don't have the money to get him out. He should only be in jail for a couple days, I guess, but because of his previous record, they're keeping him longer. I don't want him in jail right now, and I don't have the bail money. My mother definitely, despite liking him all of a sudden, is not going to help. So, go against your nephew and bail my son out. Prove to me that you're loyal to my family. You want me to go against my family for you?